Hi guys, how you doing? This is going to be not the happiest of messages, but I shall keep it brief. Um, this is Max. You may remember a couple of years ago when I moved from Leeds, I had to get them rehoused, Max and her sister Dave. And I struggled to try and find somewhere for them to go. But eventually I managed to get in contact with a lovely person called Chris. She took them in. She already had several cats herself, including a 23-year-old that was undergoing lots of medical treatment. And she has rehoused them in her own home. She has selflessly looked after them. They have wanted for nothing. She has taken them to the vets when they needed it. They've had to deal with living with other cats, which is not possibly ideal, but they seem to have handled it very well. Dave is currently king of the house, or indeed queen, and she is an amazing person. However, I got a call from her on Tuesday to say that Max had collapsed and she'd taken her to the vet, and the vet had x-rayed her and basically said she is fucked. She had many tumours on her lungs, including one between the lungs pushing on her windpipe. They took 250 ml of fluid off of her lungs. The windpipe tumour was not really an operation that was doable. He basically said no, she needs to go to sleep, and so against the vet's advice, Chris brought her back home to make her comfortable and happy and give her lots of fuss, and to give me a chance to drive the 2 hours up to where she lives in the Midlands and see her for one more time, Max I mean, make her fuss for myself and give her some cuddles. She did not look great. I mean, it's weird. Her coat was beautiful and glossy and looked just like normal Max, but you could tell she wasn't moving. She wasn't a happy kitty. So Thursday, yeah. Well, Tuesday they went to the vets. He x-rayed and said she was bad. Drained it, and then waited on Wednesday, and then saw that the build-up was faster. And Wednesday she went home. Thursday I got up there and saw her, and then Thursday night Chris took her back to the vet to put her to sleep, and I could not. I possibly should have gone to the vet. I couldn't deal with that, frankly. It's been a very sad couple of days, and it's Saturday now, and it's only really that I can talk about this without getting too sad, to be honest with you. These are two cats I've had since they were kittens, in 2000. So she's 15. She's had a good life. I've looked after her as best I can, and when I couldn't look after her anymore, I gave it to somebody who could do an equally good job. Which brings me on to the point of this message. Gris takes on a lot of cats. She's got 6 currently, not including Max, who obviously is not there anymore. All of them are cats that needed to be rehomed for some reason or other. Elderly owners or people can't move to a house that has them, or in one case a stray that she found. And she didn't ask me for money. I have offered some and given her some. I would like to give her more. I'd like to give her a lot more. I can't afford to give her as much money as I would like to. She works, she works hard and looks after these animals. When she comes home from work, she seems to spend, a great deal of her income on cat food and other associated costs and vet bills, no doubt. Probably take a large portion of her money. So, what I have decided to do is I have created a memorial T-shirt for little Moo, and it is a picture of her that I drew, and a window area to signify the fact that she used to like sitting on the windowsill a lot. She didn't really go out a lot. When she did, she liked to sniff a flower, so there's a flower on there as well. But she was a little delicate princess, and she just quite happily sit and lie on the sofa and suck up the sun and not really do anything. And I think that's why she was undiagnosed for so long, because she was one of those cats. I mean, she was, slim, tiny little thing, but she didn't move, really. She just sort of, at night time she'd run around a little bit, but and I'm kind of glad that it was quick. There was not a lot of suffering, really. So I've made this T-shirt. I am selling it on Fabrilli. All of the profits from these will go to Chris. Now, Chris doesn't know about this. And to be honest, I think she's going to be very angry with me when she does. Because she's not the sort of person that wants attention. She just gets on and does it. And there are quite a few people out there that owe her a lot of thanks. I owe her a great deal of thanks. And this is my way of helping. So, I say all the profit from this, it's approximately £5 a t-shirt profit. So let's try and get some sold for her and help her feed and home many more cats that need it. She's put this big giant, it's like a 12-foot by 8-foot big tent frame thing up. It's wire mesh fence around it. So the cat's got somewhere secure in the garden that they can go where they're not going to escape, or they're not going to run away, they're not going to get eaten by a neighbour's dog. And that was bloody expensive. So, I'm talking hundreds of pounds. So they've not wanted for anything. They are looked after. She is a crazy cat lady, and I love her dearly for it. So, sorry it's sad news, but hopefully we can make something good come of it, which is, I think, always a good thing. So please do buy a t-shirt. I've tried to keep the costs fairly low. And if you don't want a t-shirt but do fancy donating, you can do that as well. But please make sure, there's a link in the description underneath. Please make sure that you do stick a note on it somewhere. I think there's usually a note hole somewhere when you're donating that just says Max or Chris or Cats, or words to that effect. Something that's obvious that I know what it is. Thank you very much, and we will be back soon with more normal stuff that's a bit more fun. Thank you very much. Bye!